Well, good evening and welcome to the Oklahoma Sports Network. You are watching the Altus Bulldog Coaches Show with head coach Jeremy Reed live here at Brew Coffee House, located right next door to Jackson County Memorial Hospital. Hey, come on down. They have made me a, I don't know, it's one of her favorite drinks, and it's got me all wired up, Coach. It's got like 19 shots of espresso. I don't know if that's good for you or not, but probably not going to sleep till at
tomorrow?
Least after the game tomorrow.
After the game tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I ordered decaf.
Yeah.
I need to go to bed about 8.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll get you out of here real quick. But, ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am. It's Coach Tovar, and, of course, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Coach Jeremy Reed here to my right. Coach, how you doing?
I'm good.
How about that? We've done some things here this season that have turned the page for us, but we've actually done some things that we haven't seen done in a long, long time. And one of them was a shutout, obviously. Mm-hmm. Another one is averaging more than 35 points in consecutive games. And then, of course, after this past Friday night, able to go and get a road victory, the first in 5 years.
Crazy.
Very crazy, but, I mean, it feels good.
Yeah.
It feels good. When's the last time now? I don't know if you've looked into this one, but when's the last time we've gone back-to-back-to-back multiple wins?
That I don't know. I've been extremely busy this week.
Yeah, I know. Well, a short week,
Yeah.
I know. Short week, but I mean, everything trending the right way, Coach. It's good. It feels good. And I mean, obviously, I mean, the offense is I mean, they're humming. Offense is humming. You got man, it was multiple threats now. Multiple threats back. It looked like Cam didn't miss a beat. Came in and
Knuckleheads will be knuckleheads.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I know, right? 78, 80 yards. I don't know how much it was exactly.
Yeah,
but,
I think I had him for 3 for 85 rushing.
Yeah, 3, 4, and then a touchdown. And I just, the only critique I have is that when he hit that tight seam and got through it, but of course to do it, that ball came up, and so, I gave him a hard time about it, but of course, but I mean, still, I mean, he looked in prime form. Like he didn't miss a beat. Yeah. And then, so you got Cam back. Another big game, another huge game for Jamel Alexander. 7 touchdowns in the past 2 weeks. Is that correct?
Somebody told me this week, just in passing, that I think he might be a receiving touchdown away from either tying or having the school record in receiving touchdowns.
In receiving touchdowns.
So we'll have to look into that.
I will definitely look into there and pull up the records because I think he might have tied the single game record the other night because he had 3 receiving. Is that right? Yeah. Friday night.
Anyway,
and I think
that's what I was told this week.
I think that one is a tie for sure. And then, but I hadn't even thought it. It hadn't even registered to me because he's just been blowing up these past couple weeks. And then of course, not just on offense though, Coach. Defense had a couple picks. I mean, one was just wrapped up and delivered to him perfectly. But I mean, so you got Cam, you got Jamel, and then DJ, who ran his butt off. Just a workhorse out there. And then, of course, now you're getting other people involved. Cole Osborne.
Great to see him get some catches.
And then, of course, Brody's been playing well as well. Also, and then, of course, Garrett getting some love too. So I mean, all these options that we're seeing that we haven't had in a long time, Coach. It feels good.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the key to being good. No matter what offense you like, you know, whether you're under center running the flex bone, I formation, power I, wishbone, or if you're in the gun 5 wide, all the things that people do. How you're good on offense is to have multiple people to give the ball to. You know, it's real easy to focus on one guy, 2 guys, and if you're able to spread the ball around, it just makes it harder to defend.
Yeah.
And so it's been really fun to, try to, facilitate ways to get these guys the ball. And, they don't always work out. Like poor Garrett Gribble has been targeted by play calls. I don't know how many times.
I know.
And it just, it hasn't worked out always. And so we're all giving Brody a hard time about that.
We did too last week.
But, yeah, it's fun to have different options. And, it's even fun as a teammate to see your teammates having success where it's not a one-man show.
Exactly.
And I would definitely say, this season has not been a one-man show by any means.
Yeah, no, you guys looked really great, and obviously, the score isn't it doesn't indicate how the Bulldogs played, because obviously we had some youngsters in, and now I will give them that one pass. That was just a great pass, great catch.
Yep.
And Coach, we talked about it. That's a very athletic team. You've got athletes on that John Marshall team, and they know that. I know that they were averaging 14 points a game. Never once went for an extra point, I think. They're always going for two. But again. How we played, how we came out, because I will say this, one thing that stood out to me for that John Marshall team that Griffin and I kind of talked about is that number 5, that running back.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, good hard runner. It was hard to take down.
21, another good player.
Yeah,
and they had some players.
Yeah, and then of course number 6, who just we were able to bottle him up.
Yeah.
But again, once he did get in the open, you could see how fast he was.
Yeah, you didn't want those guys in space.
Number
12 caught the ball. Not a guy that had been targeted a lot going in, and man, he kind of made us look silly a little bit in the secondary. Those are the kind of athletes you're going to play against in 5A football as we go down this stretch of the schedule. And so, it was a good night to not just go compete and get that first road win, but also prepare a little bit for maybe what's coming with some of these teams down the stretch.
Yeah. And as we talk about that, Coach, we have Noble. It is fall break this week for the Altus Public Schools, so we are out of school Friday and Monday, and so Thursday night football, Prime called us, Amazon Prime had called us up and asked if they could stream. I said, no, we are with the Oklahoma Sports Network,
That's right.
But you can put us on Prime in place of the Thursday night game. And they said no. I don't even know who's playing, Griffin. Who's playing? You probably know. No, Saints and the Broncos.
Our game's way better than that one.
Exactly, yeah. You got Bo Nix up against Rattler. So, yeah, come on down and just record that, ladies and gentlemen. You can come on down to The Rock Thursday night, as it is another district game, and the Altus Bulldogs are looking to go 3-1 in district as they take on the Noble Bears. Now, Coach, you kind of hinted just now that basically what we saw with John Marshall, spreading them out, multiple receivers, and then just receivers that once they catch and get in open space can be difficult to tackle due to their athleticism. We're going to see a lot of that with Noble. And we know that, arm tackles are not going to be able to not going to work. And, from what just film that I was watching and stuff like that, you're going to have to take some really, your angle pursuits are going to have to be on because these guys can catch, and they're probably one of the better teams that throws it around and relies on the pass first, run second.
They do. Noble for many, many years has been doing the scheme that they choose, and they do really well at it. Their kids catch the ball so well. And like I said, this has not been a 1 or 2 year thing. They've been doing this for quite some time, and they want to spread you out. You're going to see multiple different empty sets, a lot of 2x2, 3x1 traditional spread sets. You'll see an extra lineman come in and put, probably their best football player, number 4, back as a Wildcat quarterback, and that's one way they try to run the football. So they're very dynamic offensively, always have been. Their scores, if you are listening and now you're starting to look up their scores, aren't going to be as impressive as you would think by the way I'm talking, but you can also look at their schedule and see that they've played nothing but really, really good teams. I believe 3 of the 6 are still undefeated. They opened up with some 4A teams that are very well known and always a great program. And so, their record is no good, but they've also played the best of the best.
Yes.
Kind of in our district, if you ask my opinion. And, they've got a good football team. Early in the year, you'll hear coaches say, this is the best 0-3 team I've ever seen. And, it's kind of cliche. As you go deeper, it's kind of hard to say that sometimes. But I don't know if I recall playing a team that is 0-6 having the quality of football team that this team has. They're good up front on both sides. Offensively, we've talked about they can throw and catch. They got 2 receivers that are as good as we'll see, number 4 and 6, and then they got complementary pieces to that are not bad. And then defensively, they just do a good job of running the football. They change up their looks a lot. So really, we don't know what we're going to get, even front, odd front, who knows. But they do a good job changing that up and have fared well at different times defensively. So it is definitely a different game than, if you're just looking on paper at the two records. It's not any indication of what these guys are able to do.
Yeah, that's the conversation that Griffin and I had today. As he was asking, well, what is Noble? I said, let me go in there and look. I want to say they haven't won a game yet, but I don't want to rob them of anything. And obviously went in there and looked, and they were 0-6, and so he was like, oh, well, then why is everybody saying that we may have? Well, because this is just one of those games that you cannot sleep on due to the record. But one thing, and I know we've talked to you about that, Coach, that one thing that we know about yourself and your coaching staff is that you are always going to preach that. You are always going to reiterate that to the players that, hey, don't base this game off of the record. Don't base it off of them not having a win, thinking that they've hung up, they're done, they've checked in, they're just looking on forward to basketball season or whatever. They're just as hungry, and we can say that, Coach, because we've been 0-6 before.
Well, and they still got a shot to make the playoffs.
Exactly.
They've lost to Lawton, Carl Albert, and Guthrie. Well, they still have Western Heights, John Marshall,
El Reno,
and of course us. So they can make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like it's a season lost already.
Exactly.
And, the other thing for us in our locker room is, we don't really necessarily talk about opponents ahead of time, or throughout the summer and all that.
Yeah.
We just don't do that. It's not who we are. But this game has absolutely been circled in our minds because we absolutely were embarrassing last year. When we went and played them, we'd just come off of our first win of the season and first win in however many attempts.
Yep.
We were feeling really good about the hope to get win number 2, and we went over there and absolutely played as bad as you can play in the game of football and just got blown out. And so, part of it is we just want to have a little bit of self-redemption, not anything against them. They didn't. They just beat us. It wasn't their fault. But we want a little bit of redemption on our side of going, you know what, that wasn't who we were. That was embarrassing for us, embarrassing for our fans. So, that is still very fresh. I think I've woke up many nights with those lights going off in their stadium in a nightmare. Glad we're not at their stadium, and hopefully they won't be scoring as many touchdowns to make lights go off. But, for us, this is a huge game. For the guys in our facility, we know that we really need to win this one to stay in the hunt, and we wouldn't want to play this thing anywhere else but Altus, Oklahoma.
There you go.
And, our hope is that people will just trust us and understand that we need the rock packed.
Yes.
We want that thing loud. We want that thing rocking to where – it definitely feels like there's a home field advantage. And we know that the possibility to do that is definitely there because that's what that stadium provides.
Oh, yeah.
We do know it's a Thursday night, and that's awkward for some people. But, if you're in the city limits or close to it, we would sure appreciate people there and being loud.
Yeah, and that's something that I really reiterated to my guy in my BCTV class that's doing the sports for us. And I was like, man, I know you're not the biggest sports fan, but I need you to just have some life in you when you say come out, feel the stands, support your Bulldogs, because it is different. It is a Thursday night for us, as teachers, coaches, students. We look forward to having that Friday off. Well, but other people have to work on a Friday.
Exactly.
So, but crazier things have happened in the Rock, and we know that when we have that home field advantage, that special things happen. You've got your Sooner magic, you've got all this different type of things that just happen, and we've talked about it multiple times, Coach. There's just when the Rock is packed and rocking, man, things just tend to go the way that we hope and please, and may even say this is what we practiced for, this is what we worked hard here this past week for. And I know that for you guys it created a short week, but not just you guys, but the same for Noble as well, and so but I think they're coming back. Didn't they play last Thursday too?
They did. They played on Thursday night against Carl Albert.
Yeah, and so those are always – I know that there was one year we did that 2 years in a row, and it was just awful because
it's
we had to go back to school.
Yeah. And I think their fall break was last week, so I think they do have to go back to school Friday. So, Thursday nights are different. But learning to adjust and be flexible and be, that's how games are, right?
Yeah.
They're ups and they're downs, and playing on a Thursday night, you just got to get ready to go play. And our kids have done a good job. I thought we've had a really, really good week of preparation.
Yeah.
Even though it's been different, you got to do some different things to accommodate a day early, and I feel like our guys are extremely locked in. If today was any indication of how we're going to play, I'm really excited. I hope what I felt today was real and not me just being optimistic. And I don't think it was. I think these guys are ready to play and understand that there's a lot to play for, and it has zero to do with the opponent. It's
there
about who we are and what we're trying to achieve.
There you go. That is number one, who we are, and what the Bulldog, what the Altus Bulldogs, not only as a team, as a varsity football team, but as a program, are trying to establish. And Coach, I know that you're not one to think ahead, but I mean, just if we're just talking football here, if we're talking 5A football, right now where we sit, it's wide open. Mm-hmm. It is wide open. Obviously, you have your powerhouses in Carl Albert, okay, and then but I mean from 2 to 4 down, it is wide open. Mm-hmm. And your Altus Bulldogs, ladies and gentlemen, are in that mix of teams that could definitely make some noise and be as high as number 2 or as low as number 4. But I mean, I know that that's not what you guys are thinking, but that's something that you always strive for when we go into a season, to make it to that game 10, 11, 12, Mm-hmm. And so, what are your thoughts on that, Coach? How do you feel about, I mean, obviously ladies and gentlemen, you've seen it. The boys are playing great. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're playing good football. They are staying locked in. They're not looking ahead. What are your thoughts on it as a coach? And obviously you may not have these conversations with the players enough, but I know that you're looking at other teams and you're seeing what's kind of opening up and what's happening.
Well, I think, it's easy to see Carl Albert's head and shoulders above anybody and everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's pretty easy to see. You always got to put Guthrie in the category right below them just because of their history. And,
mm-hmm.
They lost a lot of seniors last year, but that coaching staff's been there for a very long time. Those kids have been ingrained in the Guthrie way of playing football.
Yep.
And so they're in a position to have the credibility to be like, all right, that's the second team.
Yeah.
After that, you're getting into a cluster of teams that are all fighting for the next 2 slots. And again, I think there's still some games going to happen to where
mm-hmm.
2 through 4 obviously is going to shake out. You can't not give Guthrie credit for who they've been,
mm-hmm.
is all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get into the teams of Lawton High, El Reno. Yes, Noble is still involved in that because of who they've played and who they have left to play, and then us.
Yeah.
So you're looking at 4 teams for 2 spots left. If you consider 5 teams for 3 spots, however you want to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, that's kind of the way you want it to be in the world of district play.
Mm-hmm.
Not all sports have districts. You don't want to be in a district where there's 3 teams and that are playoff, worthy, and then the other 4 teams are just awful.
Yeah.
It should be that you have usually 5
mm-hmm.
or 6 teams that are all vying for 4
mm-hmm.
spots, and that's kind of what we have this year.
Yep.
And film watching, you catch glimpses of people because you're preparing for somebody while they're playing for somebody.
Yeah.
So at this point, we've seen everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I know is the teams that we're needing to beat to get the playoffs. I see them, and I see them getting better too.
Yeah.
I do think Noble's got better each week, and I've seen Lawton High several times. I think they're getting better each week. El Reno, unfortunately, lost their quarterback for the year, and so I actually haven't seen them since we played them, but that's a humongous loss that will impact some of these games differently than what it maybe would have. Who am I missing? Guthrie's got better every time I've seen them. They were a really young team, and young meaning they graduated a lot of seniors that started last year.
Mm-hmm.
So extremely competitive district.
Yeah.
And, I haven't seen the other side whatsoever, but, just score watching. You see Midwest City come out and beat Bishop McGinnis, and that was that nobody saw that coming. And so that's the beauty of 5A West football. There's a lot of depth on the 5A West. There always has been, and it's good football. And you're gonna be in a lot of battles to shake out who gets the opportunity to say they went to the playoffs. And in football, that still holds a lot of value.
Oh, yeah.
We have to earn our way to the playoffs. There's no given in football. So we got our work cut out for us.
Yeah.
The good thing is we're getting a little healthier. Obviously you mentioned we got Camden back last week, and he's an impact guy on both sides for us. So everything's shaping out for us to give us for us to be able to give our best shot, and that's all you ask is you want to be able to give your best shot. We wish we had a couple guys that are still out back. It's heartbreaking for those kids, and it's heartbreaking for our team and coaches, but. I feel like we're in a good spot. I think our kids are mentally in a good spot. I probably couldn't ask for much better of a situation. And even if I did, it wouldn't matter because it's still the same.
Exactly. And so, I mean, it's just, I mean, any way that I look at it, and you're right. I mean, and this is why I've learned so much from him, because obviously I'm not going to give Guthrie the credit. I can't. Just because but I mean, there's just something in me, Coach, because I've watched this team, from spring ball all the way up, and to see the growth, the tremendous growth. Mm-hmm. And I'm not just talking physically in the game of football, but mentally. Like, I mean, these seniors, Coach, have been through some tough 4 years. Mm. I mean, and this is what you want for these seniors going out, and I mean they're playing lights out, and I'm that optimistic guy that, man, I think that we could compete with the Guthrie. I mean, I think we. Yeah. I mean, obviously we know that Carl Albert, like you said, head and shoulders above everybody else, but everybody has an off day.
Yeah.
Everybody has an off day. And so, but I mean, for us, I know that one thing that we're striving for, because you probably know this, we were talking about it, our coaching staff at the junior high, and I couldn't remember, was it 2017 or 16 last time we made the playoffs?
I think you went in 17.
Yeah. Would have been Coach Marple's senior year.
Okay.
Yeah. So, 17.
Was that at Bishop McGinnis?
Yes. Yeah. And so again, on the other side, Bishop, and so, but and I mean, even looking over there, you talked about Midwest City pulling off the big win, 14-12 over Bishop McGinnis. Mac seems to be getting better, as the year progresses.
Yep.
And then, of course,
Newcastle.
I mean, Newcastle is just, I mean, they've come out of nowhere up, from 4A. Mm-hmm. Great coaching staff there, too. And so, but, I mean, it's exciting. I mean, because now, as the weather's gotten cooler here, I think we still got a couple 90 days next week. But I mean, I looked at it. I was like, oh man, come on, dude, quit! Don't tease us with the great temperature. But now I'll take the temperature that was last night minus the wind.
No doubt, that wind was something.
It was something else. But I mean, now it's starting to feel like football season, the temperature's dropping. And then eventually, I mean, we're week 7's next week 8. I mean, we're rolling into it.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, this is exciting, Coach. And I know that for me, Coach, you've been here a couple years now, but for me, like, we have, I mean, I love calling these boys games. I love, I love Bulldog football. I mean, you cut me open, I bleed blue, Griffin, I do. Navy blue. But, man, it's been tough, because we haven't had this opportunity. But now, we're like, okay, all right. And then I'm seeing it. Coach, I'm getting text messages from guys that work at different channels here on the, here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, or even guys that, as we're going to shake hands with teams that we play, like, what's going on with you guys over there? Your high school teams, it's not, I mean, did you guys get some new players? No, man, we're just, I mean, it's clicking. Things are working, man. And so now that, I can see teams that have, maybe circled Altus as an easy W are thinking twice now.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of sports, right? Mm-hmm. We see it at all levels, but, the ability to go from underdog to being respectable.
Exactly.
And, we don't really necessarily think about that, but, you always want to be respected as an opponent.
Yeah.
And I know these kids have earned that right this year, and definitely have drew the attention of opposing teams and coaches in a different way. And the only thing that I talked to was actually last week is just encouraging them to stay in the moment.
Yeah.
Don't look ahead, but stay in the moment. And winning every week just adds to the next game being funner and bigger. Yeah. You want to play in big games, keep winning.
Yeah.
And you want to play in fun, high energy games, keep winning.
That's it.
And if you just do that 1 week at a time, then it turns into a whole bunch of fun where everybody gets to enjoy that process. And that is the difficulty in sports, and especially football, where you play one game a week. No matter how it comes out, you're playing one game. and you've got to build yourself up to be at the highest performance you can be on that Friday night or Thursday night in this week to go out and perform. And sometimes you got it, and sometimes, unfortunately, it doesn't go your way. But, if we can go out and just play our best in all three phases, if we play with the energy and effort that we've played with all year, we'll have a fighter's chance to be there in the end and have an opportunity to win. And that's what you're looking for. You're just looking for the opportunity. Can we make the plays that it takes? And we've been on the plus side of that, and we've been on the minus side of that. We're sitting here at 500, and we could easily be sitting here 6-0. I mean, we really, really could. That is not, stretching anything.
No, it's not.
With a few plays in those 3 losses, we could be sitting here talking about a 6-0 versus an 0-6 team. And it wouldn't change my mindset of the team that's coming in here, but still, we're really that close, which is another, just kudos to our kids going from getting beat all the time to being this close to not even being one loss on the record this year. So hopefully all those lessons we've learned to this point are going to pay off as we really get into the stretch of some really challenging, good football teams that will, really give us our outlook of what it's going to look like for Week 11.
Yeah, most definitely. And as you know, we have back-to-back home games here, and it's starting tomorrow, Thursday Night Football, ladies and gentlemen. The Noble Bears are traveling here to Altus. Your Altus Bulldogs are hosting them. It is Military Appreciation Night, so hey, if you serve in the military, just come on down. All you got to have is your military ID present with you, and you and a guest get in for free. And, man, if you want to see some good high school football, man, then this is where you need to be. It's not Friday Night Lights. It's Thursday Night Lights this week. But then again, senior night next week versus Guthrie, and then we end out the season, on the road. Which is big. Which is that's going to be tough in itself. Like you said, I mean, there's no easy exit ramp here, Coach. Like I mean, we're gonna have to fight for every bit of it. But what I will say though is that we live in such a great community that these Bulldog alum, these Bulldog fans, they're just as excited as those boys are in that locker room. They're loving every bit of it. I hear it all the time. Hey man, just God, it's so good to see. I mean, winning's fun, isn't it? It changes the atmosphere. But Coach, you guys are doing a great job. We know that you and your coaching staff have got a game plan in place that is going to put the boys in the best position to come away with the victory. So we're going to wish you the best of luck, Coach, and we'll be out there tomorrow. You got what do you got? Jackets for the coaches or hoodies, or what are they going to be wearing tomorrow? It's going to be cool. You were bundled up last night.
Something white. Yeah, I had a sweatshirt on and had the hood up. I was trying to hide from the wind.
That wind was ridiculous.
You couldn't get away from it though.
Yeah, I was at 30 miles, 40 miles. Sometimes it felt 50, but it's just for me. It's just I just loved it being cool, Coach. It was like I think I may have told you, wind sucks, but man, it's 70 degrees, so that was awesome. Yeah. But we know you guys are going to be ready, Coach, and we're super excited. We'll be out there, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't make it, listen, I encourage you, I implore you, make it down to the Rock tomorrow night, 7 p.m., Military Appreciation Night. Your Altus Bulldogs are playing a big game in district play. Okay, we win this one, and then the following game, senior night, there's huge implications, pertaining to that game there. But we're going to think about this week first, get past this one, and then move on to the next. But man, we need you there. We need you cheering them on. Since it's military night, Coach, we need you cheering on America first. Okay, and then number 2. Come cheer and root for these boys. Man, I'm telling you, you're going to see, if you've paid any attention to Altus Bulldog football, Griffin, this season, that it's the hot ticket, Coach. That's where you need to be.
I think we're also recognizing some groups tomorrow night that, I think junior high football's coming to be a part of the game.
Yeah, they'll be there.
I believe junior high band. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to even play with the high school band.
Nice.
And so, it's always fun, football is this mystique thing of it's kind of goofy.
Yeah.
But it does bring a lot of people together.
It does.
And you can't nobody can say that's a bad thing.
No.
And so with the ability to recognize more kids, I think that's always awesome to be able to come and let those kids be recognized in front of everybody, in front of our community, and gives the band kids a chance to go up there and see what it's like to sit with the high school band.
Exactly.
Those are cool experiences for kids. And so, come out and see those other kids and see them get recognized, and it'll be a great night for all.
It will. And Coach, you talk about that. I've got tons of memories playing for the Altus Bulldogs and wearing that navy blue. But one of my best memories is just sitting in that locker room as the band comes walking across the street with the drum line, just going to town. And I mean, there's just nothing that gets you more hyped. That Griffin, that it's time. It's time to go. And so, man,
they were great last week at John Marshall, by the way.
Yeah, yes, they were.
We had a good crowd, and the band was amazing, and just a neat atmosphere for not a lot of people there on their side.
Yeah,
but boy, we created a good atmosphere on our side.
Yeah, dude, they do so great. And then of course, I mean, kudos to that band and Mr. Hastings, the director. But I mean, they travel well as also. Like, I mean, their parents and stuff like that. I mean, El Reno, that whole section there on the visitor side was nearly full as well. And so, I mean, I'm telling you, things are different, Coach. There's just a different vibe in the air, and your boys are a huge part of it. And so we thank you for that. Yeah, I'm excited.
We're just glad to be a piece of it.
Oh, yeah, nothing better. So, hey, high school football tomorrow, Thursday night at the Rock. Your Bulldogs will be taking on the Noble Bears. So come on out and join us. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. All right, listen. It better matter, Griffin. Life and death should be the reason why you can't attend this game, all right? But if you can't, you can still watch it on the Oklahoma Sports Network app, available on all smart devices. Just download the app, and we are the first channel right there. If you're old school like myself, just click on the interwebs there at www.oksportsnet.com, and you will find the Altus channel as well. We kick off with our countdown to kickoff at 6:25, brought to you by Custom Graphics. So we will talk about the game. We will talk to Coach Reyna, who is the teacher of the week at the high school. Which he's going to have a busy day too, because cross country is hosting their Altus meet tomorrow. So, but I mean, Coach Reyna's up at like 4 in the morning anyway.
He'll be up at 2:30.
Yes, working out, and then you'll see him running. So I mean, that man's a machine, dude.
For sure, and it's been that way since I've known him since 2014. He's the same individual.
Oh man,
a great one at that.
Yeah. I'm thinking, Coach, there's been a few times I've gone to the gym in the morning, or there before school.
I bet you didn't beat him there.
No, I was thinking I'd be there for 5:30, 5:45. Ain't no one here. Lights are on. He's got his Spanish music going, and we're pumped. Let's go, dude. So we're in there singing Spanish music and working out. But
if you're beating Coach Reyna to the weight room in the mornings, then you slept there.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, he's never really given me a direct answer, but I'm like, dude, how early are you getting here? 3, 4, 2, and he just laughs. So, I mean, we don't know what time he's getting there. But, man, Coach Reyna, congrats to you for being the teacher of the week. We will talk with him, ladies and gentlemen, on Thursday. But, hey, listen, good luck, Coach. We will be cheering you on. We'll be there at the game. We're going to be pushing it on our social media. Our intern here, Griffin, is going to be pushing it as well on all the Altus Athletics social spots, Instagram, the Facebook. What else are we on there? That's it. And get on top of it, dude. We got to get on that TikTok. I'm just kidding. Man, I'm super excited. So, hey, come out and join us, 7 p.m. All right, we'll see you then. Now, I'm excited because up next you are going to meet one of the Bulldog Athlete of the Week nominees, Miss Macy Hayes. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with you again. On behalf of Coach Reed and myself, you're watching the Altus Bulldog Head Coaches Show with head coach Jeremy Reed, live here at Brew Coffee House, located right next door to Jackson County Memorial Hospital, live here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Wichita Insurance is your true homegrown insurance agency found right here in the heart of Southwest Oklahoma. We take pride in taking care of our own around here, whether it be your business, home or auto, farm and ranch, life insurance, bonds, or crop insurance. We're here to help make sure you're taken care of. Come see us at any of our convenient locations in Altus and Mangum, or give us a call at 580-301-6352. We look forward to making you part of the Wichita Insurance family.
Welcome back to the Oklahoma Sports Network. You're watching the Altus Bulldog Coaches Show with head coach Jeremy Reed here live at Brew Coffee, Tea and Espresso right next door to Jackson County Memorial Hospital. All right, listen, had a great segment to talk with Coach Reed, just talking about last week versus John Marshall, being able to come up with the win there, massive win. And then, of course, tomorrow as we host Noble, looking to go 3-1 in district and looking to go 4-3 for the season. So come out, support your boys tomorrow. Now, we're going to do things a little bit different due to us playing tomorrow night. I didn't want to have our athletes here late, at the coaches show. So Griffin and I were able to go on a field trip this morning and had a chance to interview both Macy Hayes, who is representing the Altus Lady Bulldogs softball team, and Jamel Alexander, who had a heck of a game this past Friday versus John Marshall. We're going to talk to Jamel first. I know I said Macy, but Griffin said no, that's not what we're going to do. So he's the man behind the computer. He's the producer. I got to do what he says because I could say one thing and he could just push another button and mute me. So, but before we do, Ryan, thank you for this heads up. Ryan Lane, I know you're watching, man. So shout out to you, Ryan. That Altus Band Fall Showcase. Listen, it says everyone in Altus is invited to show your support for the Altus Band, that Altus Band. One last show before their OSSAA contest. Admission is free. Where is it at? It's at Hightower Memorial Stadium, a.k.a. The Rock, Saturday, October 26th at 6 p.m. Again, that Altus Band Fall Showcase. One last time that they will be doing the showcase and their show before OSSAA contest. So, hey, come out, support them. Come tomorrow night and hear and get to see a little bit of what they're doing. But, hey, come out, support them regardless at Hightower Memorial Stadium, Saturday, October 26th at 6 p.m. All right, now, listen, Griffin and I are going to tell you, and we're going to show to you right here, that time travel does exist. We're going to go back into the past just a few hours and have a talk with our man, Jamel Alexander. Take it away. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the Coaches Show here with myself and our Bulldog athlete nominee for the second or third time, Griffin? Second time. This dude's always trying to win accolades. I'm just kidding, man. Hey, listen, well-deserved. He got on to me, Griffin, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, he got on to me as I've got a lot going on, okay? And Griffin's asking me for stats. He's like, man, making sure. And dude, I completely missed the first interception. I know the big one that he threw right to you. We got excited about that one. And so what does he do? He comes in first thing down the hall. Tovar, you forgot a INT. Why you do me like that? I was like, golly, my bad, bro. So I want to apologize to you, okay? All right. We robbed him of an interception. 3 touchdowns, right? 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 10 or so tackles, maybe some more, I don't know. You were all over the place. You were flying all over the place. That is why, those numbers right there is why you have been nominated Bulldog Athlete of the Week. How's it feel, man?
It was pretty good. I mean, I know there was a lot of guys that did good. Cisco, Gary was all around the ball, Trent, Brody, Bam, all of us,
Well, man, listen, as a team, you guys look great, and again, the threats are back, Griffin. Dude, man, you've got. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong. Griffin's not only my intern, but he's my statistician as well. We're looking at 6 total touchdowns in 7 total touchdowns in 2 weeks, right? Look at you, boy. Okay, all right. We asked for a breakout game, and that's exactly what we've gotten. Just from Jamel, he's been playing great, man. 7 total touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. But we had 80-something yards in the air. One big one, 52-yard reception from Brody there for a touchdown. Which kudos to you because I mean from what the angle that we looked at. The ball seemed to be a little further than where you were at, and I saw you turn the jets on to go get it. Yeah, you did, man. So, man, dude, you are just balling out, and dude, I mean, this is well deserving. It's not Griffin's just not picking people, just to pick people or people that he likes or anything. We're going based off of what you're doing on the field, right. And so along with you, Macy, and all of our other Bulldog athletes that we nominate for Athlete of the Week, it's because of how you play, and dude, you've been playing lights out. So, congrats to you, man. Man, let's talk about tomorrow night versus Noble. In district, man, we're doing great. 2-1. Okay, we get this win over Noble, then it just opens up everything, right? So what are your thoughts on tomorrow night's game, bud?
I think it'll be good. We got a good game plan going in, something that we think that they're not gonna be ready for. Get us in space and try to make moves and score.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, Noble, if you're watching, which I know you are, you're going to want to triple team this dude because double team didn't work last week, so might as well add another man to your right. Okay, hey, if he's on the right side of the field, you might just want to shift 10 guys over that way because Griffin says that he's hoping for you to go ahead and tack on three or more touchdowns to get into those double digits in 3 weeks, bro. That is crazy, dude. You're balling out. I love it. I love calling it, man. And it's not just ladies and gentlemen, not just is he a great athlete, but he's a great overall human being. As a young man, very respectful, does great in class. And so, man, just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing everything right. And because of it, the folks are seeing it. Even the big man upstairs, boy, he's opening up ways for you just to be catching that football all over the football field. So, man, I love it, dude. Any shout-outs for anybody?
My parents, my teammates, my coaches, my girlfriend once again.
Yeah. Okay, look at him, dude. Man, he's just loving it, man. Loving it. Real dude, listen, I'm excited. Griffin's excited. All the Bulldog fans are excited as well because last week we saw Jamel on the field. We saw Bam Bam on the field. We saw DJ on the field. And it just, I could go off. Garrett. Now you've got Cole Osborne, who people are having to pay attention to as well. There are multiple threats on the offensive side. And it is, dude. It is. And so, it's all coming all at the right time, dude, because things are lining up. And if we go in there and take care of business like I know you guys will, it'll be good here come week 9 or 10, knowing to what we're going to do in, there as we approach playoff football. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jamel Alexander here, your Bulldog athlete nominee of the week. We will reveal those numbers as Griffin is still counting. He's ran out of fingers and toes, so we got to get him a calculator. But once we find out and get the final tally, we will let you know live here on the Coaches Show. All right. Welcome back to the Oklahoma. Do me a favor. The second gray button on the right, the top one, push it. All right, thank you. All right, that creates a crazy delay. So I had that on, ladies and gentlemen, so that I could listen to the video there with Jamel Alexander. Welcome back to the Oklahoma Sports Network. Your Altus Bulldog Coaches Show with head coach Jeremy Reed, as you have zoomed in pretty tight on me here there, Griffin. He's back there laughing. I love it. Again, man, dude, such a good dude, right? Right, man, you can't help but not like Jamel. Humble guy, real quiet, raised right, there's nothing not to love about that guy, and we are looking for him to have a big game, Griffin, again tomorrow night. And so he was your Bulldog Athlete of the Week nominee number 1. All right, now coming up is another stud, man. Let's just be real, Griffin. Let's just be real. She is a stud, okay? And that's Miss Macy Hayes, the silent assassin. Man, she left softball season. We had our first day of basketball practice today, Griffin. She came in, and it was like she didn't skip a beat, bro. Like, I'm like, oh my goodness, man. This one here is she's special. So, man, obviously one of my favorite Bulldog athletes. I love each and every one of you guys, but Macy, man, she's impressed me this year, Griffin. You're the cat with the stats, like that. You're the cat with the stats. Man, last week versus Carl Albert and Del City in the regionals. Trying to get there real quick. What are her stats, buddy? I don't have them right here. 421. Okay, so 10 RBIs, batted 421, a two-run game-winning smash or game-tying smash home run over the fence. She struck out 15 people in 15 innings, correct? 1.31 ERA against one of the top programs in the state. Get out of here. Are you serious? 1 point. Like, Griffin, you're a baseball guy, and for those of you guys that are watching that know baseball, that is one run allowed per game, right? One earned run, okay? It's not just one that we're given. You have to earn this, meaning that you're going to have to make contact with the ball. Like that 1.3. Those are killer stats, Griff. Killer stats. She has committed and signed to Emporia State. Man, I've thoroughly enjoyed calling Macy here the past 4 years, as we've seen her grow into the amazing young woman that she is right now, but athlete as well and leader, man. I know that your sister has just really drawn to her. She's taken her under her wing, and man, no one better to show her the ropes and to get her ready and just really encourage her than Macy. So want you to listen to our interview as we travel back in time one more time. And we're going to have a chance to talk with your Bulldog athlete, number 2 nominee of the week, Macy Hayes, the silent assassin. Here we go. Hey, how's it going there? We are live here with our Bulldog athlete of the week nominee, the senior, the silent assassin herself, Macy Hayes. Macy, again, man, you just seem to be on this list a ton. How's it feel?
Great. I don't know.
Feels great. Well, and it's not just because you're your mom's favorite that you're on that you're on this list all the time, but it's due to this, Griffin. 421 this week. Her batting average was 421. Had 8 hits, 10 RBIs. She had a game-tying 2-run home run. Okay. She pitched, and her pitching is ridiculous. An ERA of 1.31, 15 strikeouts, and only pitched 15 innings. And so, man, wow! Those are great numbers to to have in a regional. How's it feel? What was your thought process going in to here in regional play? Carl Albert, you guys faced Del City, had to face them again, and then had to face both teams twice. What was it like? How were you feeling going into it?
Well, I just felt like, it was regionals. It could have been our last games. Mm-hmm. So, you just got to go in and just do all you can do, because you never know if that was going to be our last game or not. So.
Well, listen, I know it's hard to think about, but as a senior, you've played your last softball game. You've pitched your last softball game. You've hit your last home run. Griffin, we're talking high school career numbers, home run wise. We're up in the 30s, somewhere around there. I'm thinking we don't have the numbers directly with us, and she's too modest to actually tell us the actual number. And then honestly, pitching is where, for me, calling your games as a pitcher, I'm just like, from seeing you from your freshman year, even from last year to this year, seeing how much you've progressed. And that nasty slider, slur, whatever you call it. What is that pitch, Griffin? No, not a change.
Curveball?
Screwball. Yeah. Oh my gosh! Golly, that thing was just ridiculous. And so now, because of how well you've been doing, your next step, your next chapter is going to be playing ball at Emporia State, correct? You excited about that?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay, she's super excited. Well, Macy, man, listen, this is well-deserved, and we know that it's probably going to be a tight race. I know the other day when Griffin and I checked the numbers, it was pretty close, wasn't it? It was really close, and so, your stats are killer. But this week has been tough because this week is tough. We have 2 really great Bulldog athletes that have just showed out. You showed out in a time where it mattered most, regional play, and then of course we're going to be talking to our other Bulldog athlete of the week in Jamel Alexander, who had a great game as well. So we just want to wish you good luck. We want to thank you again for joining us here, and also, I know that softball's over, but it's basketball season. You ready? Yeah, I'm ready too. We're excited because, man, we just know that you're going to bring that same intensity, Griffin, that you saw on the field. She's going to bring it to the court too. So any last words, any shout-outs before I let you go?
No.
No shout-outs at all. Okay, all right. Well, we've already done our questions with her and everything, so we know who her celebrity crush is. We know who she roots for, and we just want to wish you good luck here in the winter basketball season, and then on into the spring as you move on to your next sports. It's been a blast watching you. You sure? No shout-outs? Nothing?
No, nothing.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, your Bulldog Athlete of the Week nominee, Macy Hayes. We'll be right back. You're watching the Oklahoma Sports Network. All right. Well, hey, thank you to both Jamel Alexander and Macy Hayes for stepping out of class and getting a chance to talk with myself and Griffin. But honestly, man, everybody enjoys getting out of class so that they can be on TV. But, man, this was a tight one, ladies and gentlemen. Like I told Jamel, Griffin and I, we literally had to we ran out of fingers and toes when it came to so we literally ran out. I was getting numbers from Griffin here, but we ran out of fingers and toes to count on. We had to go get a calculator. You guys showed out this week, and I mean, kudos to you, the fans and players and just friends and stuff that came in and voted. It's getting bigger, Griffin. It's getting way bigger because this week, this is how tight it was: 54 to 47, right? 50. So the winning athlete had 54% of the votes, and the other athlete had 47% of the votes. That's 7. I like 47 better than 46. Okay, all right. Okay, yeah. Shh, quiet. It adds up to 101. That's what we're going for. Okay. Sorry, he's like, it doesn't add into. It was 46.7. That's 47. Okay. But anywho, man, so excited for this. Man, I was really impressed with you guys because I mean, we've been doing this for how long now? This week 6 of this, or yeah. Yeah, so week 6 or 7, and both of those nominees, man, they've been multiple nominees. I mean, they've been nominated multiple times, and proud of both. I mean, I'm proud of both of them. They earned it. They earned this opportunity to have the chance to be called and win the Altus Bulldog Athlete of the Week. And so, before we announce that, Griffin, again, just want to thank you. Oh man, that was not good at all. Want to thank you for joining us here at Brew Coffee Tea and Espresso here, right next door to Jackson County Memorial Hospital. Had a great chance to talk to Coach Reed in the first segment about last week's game versus John Marshall, the big win, first win in 5 years, first road win in 5 years. And, of course, we have military night tomorrow night where the Altus Bulldogs are going to be hosting the Noble Bears. It's going to be a good one. Make sure you get out there and get there early. Seats are going to fill up. Kickoff is at 7. I would implore you, encourage you. I would say, hey, I would plead with you. Get there at about 6:20, 6:15. Be there before 6:25 so you can see us down on the field as we do our countdown to kickoff, brought to you by Custom Graphics. But big announcement here. That Altus Band Fall Showcase. You ready for this, Griff? Everyone in Altus is invited to show your support for that Altus Band. I think we have one of the best band names out there. You have the pride of so-and-so, whatever, but ours, Griffin, is just strictly that Altus Band. Yeah, that's how gangster they are. That Altus Band. They're going to have one last show before their OSSAA contest. Admission is free. It's going to be at the Rock, Hightower Memorial Stadium, Saturday, October 26th at 6 p.m. So make sure to go out and support the Altus Band, that Altus Band, under the direction of Mr. Hastings and his fine staff out there that is doing a great job. And I'm super excited that the junior high band is going to get recognized tomorrow. They're going to get a chance to play with them as well. That's going to be fun, man. So, again, Fall Showcase, October 26th, 6 p.m. Be there. Number 2, before we make the announcement of which athlete is running away with Bulldog Athlete of the Week, I got to let them know, Griffin. BCTV Episode 3, man, goes live tomorrow at 9 a.m. Make sure you're tuning in. We've had so much fun, ladies and gentlemen. We've had so much fun putting these episodes together. And basically, if you're asking, like, man, what is this BCTV? Well, this Bulldog Channel TV. That's exactly what it is. We bring you news, announcements, updates, anything pertaining to not only the Altus High School, but all public schools. So all the district. We try to go in and get a piece of a little bit from each school to put these things together, man. But it's fun. We've had a blast doing this. And again, with the short week, our BCTV Episode 3 will air live tomorrow. That's Thursday, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Be sure to tune in. You're not going to want to miss out. There's some great information on there. And, man, super proud of that class. Super proud of those kiddos. And, all right, it's time. It's time, Griffin. It's time. I've got my producer in my ear telling me that let's go. All right. Your Bulldog Athlete of the Week. Let me open up the envelope here. Okay. I don't know who it is, so let me see here. Okay. All right, if I can find it. What did I do with it? All right, here we go. Your Athlete of the Week. Drum roll, please. Whatever you want. Is Mr. Jamel Alexander, your Altus Bulldog Athlete of the Week with 3 touchdowns, 75-plus yards receiving. 2 interceptions. Again, it was a tight one, Griffin. It was a tight one. And, hey, congratulations to Macy Hayes for being nominated multiple times. You earned that, girl. You earned that nomination. You went out. You balled out. And, I mean, I'm proud of both of these kiddos because in the last 2 weeks, Griffin, in their respective sports, they have done amazing, dude. So good, so good. So congratulations to Jamel Alexander. We want to thank Coach Reed for joining us here. And Jamel, we want to thank you. Congratulations to you. And Macy, we want to thank you as well. And congratulations for being nominated and coming in second and making it the tightest race that we've had. The tightest race that we've had. Just a tad bit tighter than last week with Olivia and Jamel again. Or Brody. Yeah, Jamel was the week before, right? Yeah, so I'm telling you, man, dude, these Altus Bulldog football players are balling out. You do not want to miss that ticket. So make sure to come out and join us tomorrow. This has been the Coaches Show, live here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We're also here at Brew Coffee House, located right next door to Jackson County Memorial Hospital. Stop on by. Get yourself a delicious Starbucks served coffee. I don't even know what this is, but it's so good, Griffin. I think I'm addicted. And again, ladies and gentlemen, for all our fans that are watching, if you see my producer, Griffin Marshall, his new nickname is Frap. So call him Frap. He loves it. He actually said, Coach, make sure you announce on air my new nickname, Griffin Frap Marshall. I said, I got you, buddy. I got you. You're doing a great job, Griff. Thank you so much for being a part of the team. None of this happens without him. So, again, thank you, Griffin. Thank you, Coach Reed. Thank you, Jamel. Thank you, Macy. It's been a fun night. We will see you tomorrow night live at The Rock. This has been the Coaches Show live on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Yeah, go, 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 go. Everybody, get the first down. Go, 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 go. Everybody, go, go.
Wichita Insurance is your true homegrown insurance agency found right here in the heart of Southwest Oklahoma. We take pride in taking care of our own around here, whether it be your business, home or auto, farm and ranch, life insurance, bonds, or crop insurance. We're here to help make sure you're taken care of. Come see us at any of our convenient locations in Altus and Mangum, or give us a call at 580-301-6352. We look forward to making you part of the Wichita Insurance family.
Strong Tower Ministries strengthens the church by connecting and engaging visitors in the true Word of God and belief in Jesus Christ. Come worship with us at 805 Martin Luther King Road in Altus, Oklahoma. Sunday morning Bible school starts at 9 a.m., followed by worship at 10. Can't join us that morning? We also have Sunday evening services starting at 4, and youth services are on Wednesday nights at 6:30. Your ministry is found where you've been broken. Your testimony is found where you've been restored.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Paris Foods offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Paris, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Paris Foods, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
We take pride in supporting our communities. We take pride in our deep-rooted traditions of serving Southwest Oklahoma. But mostly, we take pride in being an Altus Bulldog. You can always count on us to show up wearing our blue and white loud and proud and ready to lend a hand. Because at Cattleman's Bank, we proudly say, Go Bulldogs!
We want to keep you moving. Broken bones aren't all we take care of. The JCMH Orthopedic Clinic specializes in sports injuries and total joint replacements. We give steroid injections and do arthritis treatments. We have the best doctors and staff who care at the JCMH Orthopedic Clinic. Dr. Jeff Duncan and Dr. Greg Pickett. Physician assistants Mandy Caldwell and J.R. Ramirez. Youth and adults, for sports or for your lifestyle. We'll keep you moving.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
College is about more than just a degree.
It's a journey that will shape your future and change your life. That's why MSU Texas provides a place to find your passion,
to connect with others,
and discover who you truly are.
We're dedicated to providing a well-rounded education that prepares you for a variety of careers.
You'll have everything you need to pursue your dreams at MSU Texas.
Start your journey. For more information, visit msutexas.edu.